Yo, what is up, guys? We are back. Today I was meant to be dropping the Black Clover episode 3, but unfortunately, I have to admit, I lost the recording for it. I did it like a week ago, so I don't know what I've done with it. I don't know if I thought it was a video that I didn't need anymore and I deleted it. I don't know what, but I have. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna rewatch it because then it's the reaction won't be anywhere near as as good in my opinion, at least. Anyway, but hopefully we can actually. I want to move that back a little bit so we get more of a full thing here. I'm gonna move this down a bit. Sorry, the phone is on a stand and the stand is on top of a cup, so we're doing a bit of a balancing act at the moment. But yeah, but what I will do is I'll run over my opinions of the third episode anyway. So let me just read the description so I can jog my memory a little bit. Okay, yeah. So I have to admit I didn't love this episode. It was not really because of anything in the actual episode. And sorry, I just got a message I was reading. My main issue with the episode really was I don't know. It was the end that ruined it for me. We had all of this build up, all of this kind of like heavy tension build up, and then obviously in the end, like what happened. Well, I don't need to hype. Well, I'm not going to talk about it just in case someone hasn't seen it and they want to go see it, because this is obviously a different episode. I won't spoil anything, but whatever happens at the end, and I don't know. It's the fact that they got to the end. They both came back into the ship, and then it just cuts out. There's no dialogue. You could have had some amazing dialogue there. You could have had a really intense action scene, and then left that on a cliffhanger as to maybe who survives, maybe what happens, maybe if he's just the guy who was hard done by in the end, he loses. There's loads that goes into it. There were a few things that I got like annoyed about in the show, because I was like, I don't get why the wife didn't, I feel like if the wife had just been much clearer from the start about what was going on, because obviously she wasn't okay with it, but I think if she had been less kind of like, for some reason, trying to protect the other guy who was doing these things, I think if she'd just been clear, and instead of using the excuse of what he did to their kid to get him to come home, if she said what he did to her for her to come home, then I mean, I think you'd have a very clear reason for him to not go back, or whatever it may be, or not let him use his body anymore. If you've not watched it, you'll understand if you watch the first bit. That's not really spoiling anything. You get that straight away. But yeah, the episode as itself, from like just before it ends to the rest of it, honestly, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really intense. It was kind of quick. There's obviously a few things that I probably didn't love about it, or like I didn't really understand, or I didn't really get why it had to happen that way, or whatever it may be. But overall, I thought it was really good, until it got to the end and then just cut off. And I'm like, all the other episodes are 58 minutes, 56 minutes, 42 minutes, and 74. This one was 80. This is the longest episode. For it being the longest episode, I'm expecting the most circular story. I'm expecting a start, a middle, an end, I'm expecting to come full circle if you put in that much time in. That's an hour and 20. We're encroaching on like movie level times there. And in my opinion, it just felt like one of those kind of, like when you're a kid back in school and you can't be bothered finishing off the ending of the story, and you go, and then he woke up, and it's meant to be like like a kind of just like a cheap way of just like averting the need to put in that extra effort to, you know, write a good ending. Or maybe it's purely because they felt like they couldn't write a good ending. They didn't know an ending good enough that would give credit or give justice to the rest of the episode. And for me, that was disappointing, because Black Clover, I normally love them. This season, I've not loved. Joan is awful. I thought it was dragged out way too long. There was not enough going on in the middle part. I think there's a lot of stuff that happened in the middle of the show that was not necessary. It didn't add anything to the story or anything like that. Lock Henry, I think Lock Henry I have enjoyed the most so far. It was definitely crazy. I just think with Lock Henry, they maybe could have done a little bit faster in the start. But I mean, that's a tiny, tiny detail. The rest of it was I enjoyed. Beyond the Sea, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it as it was. And then it got to the end, and then it pissed me off so royally the way they just went, and that's where it ends. And they didn't give any conclusion to it, or even any hints at a conclusion to it. They didn't like leave you going, "Oh, what's that?" They just cut it, and then you're just there like, I mean, if you're gonna do that, hint at something. Maybe like as you're like kind of like zooming out from whatever's going on, have some noise, have some dialogue start, have something go on. But at the end of the day, for me, they really fucked it up. But anyway, that's my opinion on Beyond the Sea. Obviously, you've got Joan is Awful and my Lock Henry reactions already on the channel. But for now, we're going to jump straight into Mazey Day. This is season 6. Are we on season 6? Yeah, season 6, episode 4. So let's get straight into this. Again, this is going to be a full reaction because, you know, unfortunately, I've just not been able to find anywhere where I've got the original recordings for these. I mean, like the original content, because you can't screen record off Netflix. It just doesn't work anymore. Like if you screen record it on your computer, it will just come up as a recording of a black screen. So I don't get why. I get it's to like stop people like recording it and selling it, but I mean, I could just prop a camera up, cut out the edge, edit out the edges, and then I've got the entire video anyway. Like it's stupid. All it's doing is making it harder for people to make reaction content. That's pretty much it in my opinion. I mean, to be fair, I could film it, edit it out, and then use that as original content, but I mean, that is very long-winded for what should be a very easy task. And while I'm not making money on this channel, this is what's happening. We're just doing this. So apologies for that if anyone is disappointed by it. Sorry, I forgot to say where we were starting at. Give me a second. And I kind of missed a little bit there. So okay, we are at. Well, I don't really know where we're at actually right now, because. Okay, I'll let you. Well, I mean, it doesn't. Again, Netflix is just retarded. Why is it showing me how much is left, but it won't show me exactly where we're at now? Like, it's just. It's infuriating. Okay, I'll wait until the very end of the intro and then I'll tell you where we're at. Okay, Black Mirror's fading. Okay, we've just got in. The intro is just finished. I don't know the exact second. Around 30 seconds in. We're starting in 3. Apologies for the long-winded start, guys. 3, 2, 1. We're in. That might be important later. Tom and someone else have named their daughter Surrey Cruise. Oh, Tom Cruise. Oh, okay. two guys coming out of what looks like a hotel room. Is this guy maybe cheating on his wife with this guy? I mean, no offense, he's come up to her car now, but how does he know? How did he know that she's taking photos? I mean, no offense though, no offense, but after taking these photos, why would you stay exactly where the people are that you've just taken photos of? Yeah, okay, so he's with this kid. I say kid because he's younger, he's not actually a kid, I don't think. Like in music. Oh yes, thinking of too much. I'm sad off, but got me tripping. What year is this meant to be? That's an old iPod. It's the shuffle. I mean, that's just an odd request. It's someone's frying ginger and garlic. I mean, dude, no offense, just walk in there and open the window. Don't make it some like weird thing where you've got to ask someone for them to open the window whilst they're frying food. In all fairness though, I fucking hate garlic. Skinny vanilla latte, that's what we like to hear, I like them. Vanilla latte is my thing. And so basically because of her actions, some guys killed himself. I mean, no, it was most definitely your fault. Your job is literally baiting people out, and I mean, you can take photos of God knows what and have to be, baiting someone out as being gay whilst they're in a couple with someone else. Don't get me wrong, he's not in the right for doing that, but I mean, you never know how that could affect someone. She really doesn't feel like she fits the scene. Like, everyone else is guys. Like, this is a very, I feel like paparazzi are a very guyish scene. I'm guessing she's regretting her line of work, but I mean, bro, I don't get how you're judging them right now when you basically made someone kill themselves. Like, honey, you're by far nowhere near better than them. If anything, you are on par with all of them, if not worse. I mean, don't get me wrong. I suppose taking the decision to stop, which looks like she's doing, is a good thing. But I mean, it's kind of sad when it takes someone killing themselves for you to do that. Wonder how this one's going to have a weird twist to it. Black Clover always does have weird twists. That's the word. That's the word. And now on a movie scene. Not Wycombe. Wickham. That's kind of weird. I'm living, well, not living, I'm staying at my mum's house, which is in High Wycombe at the moment. I was schooled at Wickham Abbey. What are they? Mushrooms? Looks like shrooms. Any of you guys ever done shrooms? I don't really know what my opinion is on them. I feel like they're a bit much for me. I feel like any psychedelic is a bit wild for me, I have to admit. I don't know, I just feel like I don't want to wake up the next day and be like a shaman and be like, I can sense your spiritual aura, my dude. It's amazing. Or just think I'm like, I've seen God. And then become like some psycho religious person. I like the music in this episode. Is she driving whilst high? Well, this isn't great. I wonder how these stories intertwine, because this doesn't seem, unless she's going to report on whatever happens to her now if she crashes or something. Did she hit someone? Don't drive whilst intoxicated, kids. Actually, technically, no one should be watching this who is a kid. This is 18 plus if you've been watching Black Mirror. Unless you're a badass. Actually, no, that's not good. I shouldn't be promoting that. It's like my super grown-up cup. It's a really cool shot. I love the mist in like the valley there. That looks dope. Did she drive off? Did she not? Oh, wow. Well, that's never good. I kind of want to read the description for this episode again so I can see what it's going to be about, but we're not going to do that. Yeah. Adidas. I wonder if that's like subtle advertising. Check. Okay. She killed a dude. If she's getting a lift here, whose car was she driving? And I'm sorry, no offense, but why did he stop, speak to the police officer and do all that? Why didn't you just go, okay, road's closed, I'm going around? Why the whole process of this? I get it for the story, but I mean, in reality, who's doing that? Mazey, hair and makeup are ready for you. Let's put the screen down a little bit. There we go. Diazepam. Now they're not good. They make you forget everything. Not that I would know. No idea, mate. Oh, I just tried to tense and make my arms look big then as a joke, but that's the that's the difference we get. My forearms change more than my arms. Okay, I thought he was gonna be a dick then, but now I kind of feel bad. I was gonna say some really mean shit about him being annoying, but I mean, his last card was thank you, knowing what she's gonna say, and now I feel like that's just kind of like that's. I'm guessing he. Her name is Bo. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, so she's just gonna go straight back to doing it again for 30K? Fuck yes, you better go back. I'm going back. I'll take your job. I'll fucking. I was gonna say I'll break into the house. That is illegal. No. 30K is crazy. I feel like no one's paying that much for photos of anyone. Like, I mean, wait, actually, yeah, wait, what the fuck? Who is paying 30K for a photo of someone just because they started freaking out or setting recently and they've not been seen in a while? Like, yeah, I mean, 30K? Like, even if I'm the world's most famous celebrity, well, I suppose if the world's most famous celebrity, then maybe there's a bit more to that. Whoa, 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 whoa. But actually, no, my detective work, they spoke about her when they were speaking about her. He asked if she, okay, she's on the front of a magazine. I was gonna say, the way he asked her earlier if she knew who Mazey Day was makes you think that she's not that famous. But she's on the front of a magazine, so she's pretty famous. And on a wall there. What are the laws within like taking photos of people in their house if you're like off their property? Because I feel like if it's within eye view, it shouldn't be illegal. Because I mean, if someone's on the street and they look up and they see you through a window, that's kind of on you. Like they're allowed to look that direction. So why are they not allowed to take a photo in that direction? You know? Because otherwise, then like, oh shit. Sorry. I'll concentrate. Supermassive black hole playing. Sorry, I've got the subtitles on, so it's telling me what song was playing. Honey, if you're feeling that bad about it, turn yourself in. I mean, if you're not feeling that bad about it, still turn yourself in. Sorry guys, I'm tired, it's getting late. Ooh, drinking straight vodka out of like a whole glass? I mean, bitch, what are you doing? I get you're freaking out, but why are you making a job for this poor woman who's just been looking after you in this house? What a fucking bitch. Like, I get you're freaking out, but freak out in a padded wall or something. Like, don't freak out some poor woman. What a bitch. I recognize that guy. Does he know what she did? Accomplice. What do you mean she needs isolation? Bro, she's been in a house by herself other than one person. Oh, he's a doctor. Okay. Ooh, low power. I mean, come on, you could not be more obvious that you're following them. They pull out of the drive and then you turn your car on and start driving after them. She's not very good at being a paparazzi person, is she? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people don't pay that much attention to stuff. Following, okay, I was gonna say following at that distance again. I mean, if I'm driving for more than 20 minutes and the same car's behind me, following at that distance, bro, I'm gonna think you're following me. And a diner, we need to get you away from civilization, somewhere alone. Emerald Pines Diner. She's got to get out of the car, surely. He's popping a tyre. I mean, here's an idea, genius. Take a photo of him popping your tyres. You're just gonna swear at him and let him go? I mean, surely even if you're following someone, I mean, you're kind of allowed to. I suppose it's stalking. And I'm not gonna lie, for 30k, I'm driving on the rims. Okay, so that's where they're going. Okay, well, she's clearly gone there, hasn't she? Pecan pie. I don't think I've ever had that. I mean, she's not going anywhere. Technically, you do have time for a soda. Why are they focusing on him? Important character? Question mark. That seems odd though, because it really does seem like that he's really should be that important of a character. Oh. What is going to happen? How long have we got left? 15 minutes? Okay. Seeming very normal at the moment in the story. Maybe it turns out the doctor's an alien. I mean, why are you 80% sure? You just saw her. You followed her all the way to the diner. The only place within distance of the diner. I mean, no offense, it's like 95% that she's there. Otherwise, it's some wild coincidence. And okay, there's 4 of them. They could bargain for probably like, if it's 30k, maybe like 40k. And that's 10k each. Again, but like, if they're willing to find a way in here, breaking, then why not just take a photo of her from outside of the original house she was in? Like, if you're willing to do this, surely you're willing to just take a photo of someone from through a window. No? Crawling in the dirt for 30k? Yes, please. Is he gonna say something about her? I've got to plug my computer in, it's gonna run out of battery at some point. Don't want that happening. A rivet gun and some like weird doctor. A holistic voodoo doctor. Yeah, they're definitely doing something to her, some crazy shit. What have they done to her? They like tied her to the bed or something? They've chained her to the bed. Well, no, that's not technically illegal. You're just assuming she doesn't want to be there. She wants to be there. That's not illegal. What you're doing is illegal. She's not very bright, is she? Yeah, I mean, no offense, guys. You've got like a million shots. I mean, it makes no difference. You've got the shots. Unless nothing changes, then there's no point in taking more photos. You're getting her out of a place she's voluntarily gone to. Still, not the bright. Don't get me wrong, this is weird and fucked up, and I'm sure she doesn't 100% want this. What kind of weird shit is about to happen? They're chaining her up, she's seeing the moon. Did she? No way she didn't hit him by the car. She turned into like some werewolf. That'd be crazy. She hit a werewolf. Okay, that's a good twist. That was not what I was expecting at all. And it's all because of this stupid reporter girl's fault. I thought she was freaking out over killing him. No, she was freaking out over becoming a fucking werewolf. Yeah, Bro's not that bright. Bro's kind of stupid. And the guys that are still here taking photos while she's turning into a fucking wolf, also not that bright. Bro, why are you still taking photos? You've got to have like minus brain cells. Like no real person would ever do this. I don't know if they don't have good effects for the werewolf or something, but the way they're shooting it is making it seem like they don't. Like very shaky cam, very short shots. Only close-ups. Okay, bro, he could fit under it on the way in. How can he not fit under it now? Stop it. If you want to do this in the film, give it a reason why. And bro, you also got photos. Why are you've got the exact same photos. You have the same photos. Okay, no offense, but Black Clover's writing this season has been terrible. Bro has the exact same photos. He's in the same room. What are you doing? It's just annoying. It annoys me when they do that kind of stuff because it's like I get films aren't always like one for one realistic. Like people aren't going to exactly act the way they would in real life. But then there's like logical ways people will behave. Like someone's not going to actively try and take someone else's camera when there's a werewolf chasing after them if they have the same photos. Or maybe I'm actually wilding and it wasn't his camera he's getting. The other guy was holding on to his camera and he was just getting his own camera back. That would make sense. That would make sense. Maybe I need to shut up. I probably need to shut up. Jesse makes a good pecan pie, clearly. I still don't get why they're focusing on this guy so much. If it's strong enough to break through the door, I'm gonna guess it can break through those multiple panes of glass. Like, no offense, why stop here? Why go to the diner and go, right, we're safe now, we're at the diner, leave. Yes, grab the policeman's gun. It's gonna help so much more. Everyone in this is really dumb. Oh, not Jesse. He makes good pecan pie. Is it pecan or pecan? It's only one A and there's nothing else, so I think it's pecan. Yeah, guys, stay inside the diner. It's in the diner. Stay inside the diner. Don't leave. Don't get on the bike and leave, guys. Don't do that. In fact, wait, did they run away from the bike when they crashed? Mind-bogglingly retarded. It's like they do really good writing until they do the twist and then they go, right, all in on the twist now. Let's just focus on like this crazy part of the show. And the moron who caused all of these issues killed it. We love to see that. Justice. One bullet though? I expect better from a werewolf. Do you think she just takes the camera and leaves? That'd be hilarious. Hector. I don't even know what to say. Ooh, do you think Hector's going to become the wolf? I forget how one werewolf makes another werewolf. Is it through like a bite, a scratch, something? Honestly, I feel bad for Mazey. She was drug driving and became a werewolf because of it, and now she's dying because of that. But that's why she should have been drug driving. I mean, that's kind of cold. Like, I'm not gonna shoot you, you shoot yourself. Like, I mean, put her out of her misery. Poor girl. I feel the most sorry for her. I don't really like this Belle character. She seems annoying. Kind of. Again, I don't get why we're going full circle here. Why is she taking a photo? I mean, are you allowed to do that with crime scenes? I think you are. Don't give me another cut-off ending. It's official. I know why. Maybe it's because of the Writers Guild, whatchamacallit, going on strike, and Black Clover have no good writers because there's been some fucking shitty writing this season. No offense. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this one. This one I enjoyed the second most after Lock Henry. I think if Lock Henry was the same length as this one, I would have enjoyed Lock Henry way more. But yeah, no. This was good, but I mean, again, there's nothing great. They ruin it with the random shit they put in there. Like, okay, here's how I would have done that. From the reveal that it's a werewolf onwards. Okay, so the reveal of the werewolf happens. They take a few photos, a few. They don't stand there going. You've got the photo. Nothing else is happening here. There's nothing new you're getting from one photo to the next. They're taking them in seconds. You're not going to get more money because you have more photos. Like, you'll get money for certain photos and that's it. I guess they might be trying to get the best photo possible, but with what you're taking photos of, you kind of want a video instead of a photo. And I don't know. So anyway, I'd do that. Then I would have those two leave first, like they did, Hector and Beau, and then I'd leave the other two guys in there for a bit longer. I would not have them in there for the entire time, still taking photos this far away from the werewolf, and then the werewolf fully turns, and then they go, oh shit, maybe now we should run. No. You take a few, it's turning, you're gone. Logical. Any normal human would do that. By not putting that in the show, it makes the show unrealistic because you know no one would actually do that. Okay, other than that, then as you're going down, the guy doesn't get stuck underneath the fence that he found it perfectly easy to get into. If you're going to do good writing, you'd show that he got stuck going under it on the way in. Well, they may have done that, and I might be being a dick here. I expect them to do that because it's such simple writing. Maybe if they didn't, I'm calling them out for it. If they did, fair enough. So he gets stuck on it on the way in, therefore he then gets stuck on it on the way out, and that's resolved. If the camera thing, he was grabbing Hector's camera, then that's fine. That's okay. You're trying to get the camera back that has like thousands of dollars worth of stuff on it. Fair enough. If it wasn't his own camera and it wasn't Hector's camera and it was his own camera that he was holding onto and Hector was just trying to take it, again, stupid. You all have the same photos. The bike, if they crashed it and ran after they crashed the bike, which they didn't crash it, they slipped and fell. It was most definitely still runnable. A bike does not break that easily. Then they should have got on the bike and left. Like, you need to have a more real reason. Like, they're driving the bike, they skid, they crash into a car, the bike falls off a cliff, the bike falls off a steep edge and they can't get back on it. It goes so far off the road that trying to get it back onto the road, you'd get caught by the werewolf. Make it, just these small details, 10-second shots, 20-second shots max, and it just makes everything more realistic. I mean, this was the shortest episode by far, by like 20 minutes, 30, 40 minutes on some of them. So, I mean, it's not difficult to do. It's not like they can't do it or they're not allowed to do it. They've got loads of options. They just chose to not do it. So, yeah, good episode, one of the better ones, but in comparison to previous seasons, fucking nowhere near. I've really enjoyed previous seasons of Black Clover, as I'm sure you guys did as well. Some of their plot lines and storylines were so intriguing and different and like just new, like really original, that it was wild. Like how much I enjoyed them. Sorry, thingy popped up again. These, honestly, this entire season I could have gone without watching. None of these I've watched and gone, this was really good. The third episode, the one in space, that one could have been one of them episodes. It was really good. Jonah's Awful could have been, again. The premise of that one was really interesting. It was just dragged out too long. The second one, Lock Henry, I mean, again, yeah, good, but it didn't really feel like a Black Clover episode. It just felt like a not murder mystery, like a mystery drama kind of thing. And then it's like, oh no, his mum turns out to be the murderer. They didn't feel anything like outlandish, like crazy about it. It was just a normal story you could see anywhere else, which is not what I expect from Black Clover. So yeah, we've got the last episode left, and I hope they pull it out of the bag for this one, because I swear to God, if I watch this one, which is an hour and 10 minutes long, and it isn't a banger, I'm going to be just as pissed as I was after watching the third episode. You guys didn't see it, my instant reaction. I was so annoyed. I got to the end of it, and I was just there like, this could have been a banger. This could have redeemed the season for me in my eyes. But you fucked it. I honestly think it's maybe the Writers Guild thingy, because the writing this season is really not good. Like, Lock Henry had good writing in it. Joan of Awful had times of good writing in it. The third episode, was it Lost in the Beyond or something like that? It had good writing, yeah, a good story at least. This one, not good writing. It had okay writing at the start of the story, and then went terrible after that. But maybe I was just complaining too much, because this season hasn't been what I expected it to be, or what I wanted it to be. And I mean, this show isn't made for me. This is made for everyone. So maybe other people have enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments. You know, like obviously, you know, I'm sure, I presume other people don't like this season as much as past ones, just because, well, look at IMDb actually. Let's look at IMDb. Because if they've really highly rated some of these, which I think they might do for the third one, because I think they're, you know, cutting it off short kind of thing might be something that some like critics or people go, oh my God, that was really good. But I didn't love it. So we'll see now. and we'll compare it to previous seasons. Pop my ears. Okay, so we'll have a little look. Episode guide. We'll go season 1. 7.6, 8.5. Yeah, makes sense. 8.8, 6.6, 9.1. Very good, very good. 8.3, 8.1, 8.4, 8.5, 7.5, 8.5. Yeah, that makes, because Black Mirror. The other seasons I've always really enjoyed. There's always been a few that are kind of like occasional episodes that are just not like great, but I mean most of them aren't like that. 8.3, 7.3, 7.3, 8.7. I really enjoyed Hanging the DJ. That was one that I particularly remember really enjoying. 6.6, 8.6, season 5, 6.8, 7.5, 6.1. So season 5 took a serious dip compared to most other seasons. They only had 3 episodes for one, but 2 of them were below 7 stars out of 10. One of them was 6.1 stars, that's bad. Now, what is this one? Jonas also 7.4. I wouldn't give it that high. Lock Henry 7.3. Yeah. Beyond the Sea 7.4. I wouldn't give it that high. Mazey Day 5.3. Okay, that's interesting to me because that's the lowest one out of any of them. And I don't believe this is the worst one I've ever watched by far. It's just not. Like, Mazey Day I'd put ahead of Beyond the Sea. But if the ending was different for Beyond the Sea, I'd say no. I'd say Mazey Day is definitely worse. I'd say Mazey Day is better than Joan is Awful, but just purely because it was dragged out. If you liked watching a long show, then I guess that's fine. And 6.7 for Demon 79, which I haven't watched yet. I'm not going to read the title or anything of it, but that basically means that I've just watched the worst one and thought it was one of the better ones of this season, and the next one is meant to be the second worst of the season. So unfortunately my hopes aren't that high now, but of course I'm still going to watch it because, as I've just said, I thought this one was probably the second best of the season because of issues I've had with the other episodes. Well, actually no, I really can't call this one the second best of the season, even if I did enjoy the premise and I enjoyed the surprise. The writing at the end was really fucking bad. It probably is the worst of the season so far, but it's just because the other episodes have such glaring issues. And I think the reason I dislike the others so much is because they could have been so good. They could have been great. Some of them could have been really good, and they're just little things that let me down in it. But hey, that's my opinion. Anyway, drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bells. I want to start trying to post stuff on my community page a bit more. So hopefully when I do that, you guys can see shit that's coming up. And I don't have a Patreon or anything like that, so if you guys see stuff on my community page and I'm asking you guys a question, most likely there's going to be like 1 or 2 or 3 of you at most that would answer. And if you answer, I'm gonna be listening to you. You're like the most vocal point. You're like 30% of the vocality on this channel. So I mean, pretty much whatever you say goes on the channel, basically. So yeah, let me know, man. Let me know. Anyway, guys, this one was good. Obviously not as good as the rest, according to IMDb. For me, it was, yeah, bits I enjoyed more, bits I didn't enjoy as much. But I mean, overall, this season, see if the last one can redeem it for me at least. Anyway, peace.